Hi there, welcome to another video. More Mythic Battles Pantheon today. So what I want to show you today is the start of a project to get this set up for really storage solutions and getting it looking nice. So I'm going to show you the first bit, which I'm quite happy with, and I'm going to show you the next bit, which I'm really not. So I'll stress that this is to do with the God Pledge only. So anyone that's got the Typhon Pledge or the Titan Pledge, this isn't going to help you. But I will be redoing this because I've just gone all in for the most recent Kickstarter. So anything I do now will be getting redone next year. So I'll start with the main box and show you what I've done with that. It's a little bit different to how you might usually expect it because I've added a few extra things to it. So first of all, I printed these off from Board Game Geek. This is kind of just a synopsis of kind of how the turns work and how the combat works. So we've got that. I've got 6 of these because I swapped my French stuff with a lovely Frenchman, and he sent his stuff, and I actually bought another set of the rules because I want more than 2 of us to be able to play it, and I want more rules floating about for everyone to use on their own. So you'll see that I've got 3 getting started guide, because obviously you got 4 of these, 2 English, 2 French. So now I've got, anyway, 3 scenario books, 3 rule books. Okay. Then next I've got my 2 double-sided boards. Very nice. And then what I've made is an insert for the rest. So we'll start on this side because it's easier. Stack clips, and if I fold those nicely, it will let me do all the different coloured ones. If you went for one of the larger pledges, I've got 2 sets of dice in there. So I've got the RPG and the battle dice, but again, there's space in here for another 2 sets of dice without it coming over the top. I've got Omphalos in there, probably space for another 30 or 40 in there, so plenty there. So if you've got the terrain set and a couple of the extension kits, you can get all your stuff in there. This little area here is for all the tokens that come in the game. They actually fit into one of these little fishing tackle boxes, but I'll put them in there for now. This area here is big enough to accept all of the extra cardboard stuff from the Poseidon expansion. So this is a little bit future-proof in terms of if you were thinking of doing that. So all the Poseidon stuff can go in there. And if I lift this out, I've got all my terrain in here, and there's more than enough space in there for all of the extra content from the terrain set. So that will all go in there nicely. Over this side, what we've got is all of our dashboards. I've actually colour coded the dashboards, so I just got a felt tip pen and coloured in the tops to suit the colours of the different types that they are. And along this side I've got all of the cards, so they're all sorted in terms of got the recruitment cards at the start, then some Art of War cards, then we've got all the character cards, then we've got all of the activation cards right to the end. Now what I've got here is all of the what were the French cards, which are now, for me at least, spare English cards. And there is enough space that I've left here, and if I take that out, to get the rest of the content for the game. So all of the other cards can go in there, and if I put another divider in there, they go across there as well, which still leaves enough space for the rest of the these to do everything. So that is the bit that I'm happy with. Very happy with that, no problem. I can get to everything, and it's set up for when I receive the rest of the pledges and that kind of thing. So, hooray for me, happy with that. Now, here is the stuff of shame. And you've probably all seen this before as well. Oh, forgot about these. This is some sponge that I drew around, cut out, and they all fit exactly for the terrain. So Olympus in Ruin. All I'm going to do with these is just spray them with a primer and do a little bit of paintwork on them to get them to what it needs to be. So Olympus in Ruin, Tartarus, Thermopylae, and the Labyrinth. So that's what we've got there. Now, these bad boys. I've been fretting a bit about how I'm going to sort this out. And bearing in mind it will be a temporary solution. So I've got two options. The first option is I line the box on the edges on the inside with foam core, which is what these inserts are made out of. Line it in there. And then after that, hot glue gun and glue pennies to the bottom of all the bases. And then I've got this magnetic tape stuff. So the idea is just stick them on there and hope that they keep their place. I'm not too hot on that idea because I don't think it's going to keep everything in the way that I want it to, because this stuff isn't particularly strong, but I think it might do part of the job. But I think what I'm going to end up doing is lining up all of my minis, get all of the content that goes together, so all the troops that go together and that kind of stuff, and box them all in their own little packages so they can be put in there. And I'll probably use some of this as well to help with that, so as it's more accessible, and then the rest of them I'll find a way to fit in this box. But that's what I intend to do. I've got no idea if it's going to work. I'll probably be highly frustrating and I'll probably end up breaking most of my miniatures, but that's what I plan to do. Zeus has got a better tan than I intended him to have, but I'll fix that as well. So that's the plan. So I'll probably come back to you in about a week or so with some progress, see how it's going. I'm sure I can do a nice insert for this and get it looking pretty good. I'm not skilled whatsoever. There's some of the guys you've seen on Board Game Geek and that have done some really fantastic jobs with this. But I wanna show you something that'll at least stand up to the gameplay and let you sort these things a bit quicker. So I'll come back to you in about a week or so. So if you like this, like and subscribe, all that nonsense, and I'll see you in about a week. See you later.